All right, welcome everyone to All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show, episode 83, Dungeon Masters Guild Spotlight Call from the Deep. We are recording this show. It is not airing on Twitch. It will only be on YouTube because when we went to record the show, Twitch would not let us broadcast. We tried to do it from the Fantasy Grounds College Twitch channel. It would also not let us broadcast. So there's something wrong with Twitch. But the show must go on, so we're going to do the show here anyway. I'll get this out of the way. As a reminder to those viewing us, All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show is meant to teach and help, but the opinions stated by the four of us on the show are not that of Fantasy Grounds or Smiteworks. And tonight we're talking about Call from the Deep, which is a new item on the DM's Guild, and I will show that to you in a second. And we will introduce our special guest, but let's get to my co-host first. Mr. Leroon, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Still trying to grow the college, taking names, taking numbers, and we're also prepping for our October festival, which we're dubbing as Spooktober. So we've got an article out there for DMs and game masters that want to run games to see if they're interested. And so far, we've got over 20 entries, so that's pretty good.
Oh, very good. And Miss Fury Fate, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I had a fun time playing Acquisitions Incorporated with some people earlier, and I didn't die, so that's always a plus.
With some people, that's odd. I had fun earlier playing Acquisition Incorporated with, quote, some people. That was fun today.
Despite the technical difficulties.
That's right. We did have some technical... It's like today's filled with technical difficulties. Now we can't even get on Twitch, whatever. So our special guest today is none other than Sean Sides, also known as Walkin' Dude, who was the force behind the creation of this conversion of JVC Perry's fantastic module Call from the Deep to the Fantasy Grounds format. How are you, sir?
Doing all right, guys. And as it happens, I also was playing an Acquisitions Incorporated game earlier with some people.
All right, that was some people. Now, Leroon, did you play an Acquisition Incorporated earlier today with some people?
Well, I was watching some people in Acquisition, but I actually wasn't playing, but I was watching.
Very good. So, Walkin' Dude, I'm going to let you start, and you can just say what you want to say. And then on my screen, if you want to tell me where to go and what to look at, I will do that. And then you can kind of just walk us what you would like to be the presentation for this fantastic module that you spent. I think you told me 30 hours a day for 4 months is what this took you. I think those are the numbers. I might be off a little bit.
It was a lot of hours. I'm not sure exactly how many. I wasn't logging them or anything. But I was really impressed with this product. It's a great module. I want to play it, honestly.
Yeah, this is a full adventure, very comparable, and even if not more than the average Wizards of the Coast adventure. It is 1 through 12 levels. The PDF was 270 pages, which is bigger than almost any adventure they've ever put out in books. I think those are usually like 256 or 244 or something like that.
Dungeons of the Mad Mage might be bigger, but that would be the only one.
Yeah. So yeah, let's have a look. Do you want me to open the players first or the?
Yeah, let's look at the players one first.
Okay. So we got reference manual here.
Yep. And it's got two main sections: ships and crews, how to handle ship combat, how to equip your ship. It's got some maps that you can use for different kinds of ships and various types of weaponry that you can equip onto a ship. And it's similar to the way that Ghost of Saltmarsh has the rules for nautical combat and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it looks like he's got also excellent graphics. Obviously, he always does. Oh my God!
Most of them are the what's his face?
Elven Tower. Oh, here. I know what I can do. I can look in the credits. Interior oh, there's a million people in here.
Yeah, a lot of the maps are the Dyson Logos kind.
Oh yeah, yeah. The maps are Dyson logos and Elvin Tower. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So how running a ship statistics, tables, weaponry upgrades, and like you said, there's a bunch of this information in Salt Marsh, but he just really expanded on it and did a bunch of different stuff, right? So you can do it's not the same stuff from Salt Marsh. Otherwise, you just have that. But random
As far
ships.
as I know, it's not. I did not have the Ghost of Salt Marsh product at the time when I did this, so I wasn't able to compare.
Okay. Anything you'd like to? I mean, I'll just go through this, but if there's anything you'd like to showcase or show in particular, you let me know.
Let's take a look at the ship stat blocks, because if you go to which page is it? Ship statistic table.
Okay.
At the bottom of that table, there's a list of stat blocks.
Oh, first thing I want to look at is the warship. I'm not gonna fuck around here. Let's get in here. The warship.
Absolutely.
Costs 25. Jeez. 60 crew, 60 passengers, holds 200 tons, has a damage threshold of 20, which means it can take 20 points of damage before it even gets damage. And then I'm assuming over here we're gonna have. Oh no, we don't have the parts, do we?
Well, but it has 10 slots for weapons. You can load 10 ballistas, 10 different kind of weapons onto this thing, and just blast the crap out of whatever.
So how does a person load the weapons on? Is there stat blocks for the weapons?
There are, yes.
Okay. So they would, like you said, ballista. Let's go look at that. Let me find.
Yeah, it's on the next page.
Oh, it's on the okay. Let me just look at that then.
Ballista, cannon, mangonel, which is kind of like a similar to a trebuchet or something like that.
Okay.
Ram, Scorpio, and side shears.
Loading of ballista requires 1 action. Aiming of ballista requires 1 action. +6 to hit. Range 120/40. Target takes 3d10 piercing. Oh my god. Let's look at some of these other ones. Cannon, mangonel, ram, Scorpio. That sounds cool. That only does 2d10 damage. What's the most powerful one, I wonder? Mangonel. 5d10. Oh my god. Range 800 feet. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's awesome. So yeah, everything you need here to build your different ships. And then I guess is the idea, maybe this isn't the idea, but is the idea that you would like go like that or drop that link in there? I guess that doesn't work, does it?
No, unfortunately,
Fantasy Grounds doesn't do that. So you would have to just type in if you want it.
You'd say weapon number 1 is a ballista, weapon number 2, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a map for your warship, and you can drop a token for where that ballista is on your warship and where the...
Oh, right. Okay, so let's get the warship map, because I just want to show an example of this. So here's the map for the warship. Boom. And then you would say, like, this is the... oh, let me go back. Get that other... warship. So the warship, this token is the warship, so you would maybe drop it right there. Well, actually, it'd have to be in the combat tracker first. I forgot. I'm being an idiot. It has to be in the combat tracker, and then from the combat tracker, you can make it. You can just put this anywhere on the map.
Yeah, then somebody can target the warship.
Right, then you can target. But then you can also say, okay, in addition to that warship, the warship itself has a couple ballistas. Let's move this over here. Let's put in... Whoops, that's not that. I thought that was the combat tracker. Where'd that go? Combat tracker, did I close it? So let's put in a couple ballistas and a cannon, let's just say. So the ballistas can go... Let's just say that's one here and one here. And then this is a, you know, I might not be doing these right, but let's say this is a cannon. Let's just say that. And let's say that's what you have. So now you're out there in battle. And, you know, if you're fighting a different ship, you can have targets and everything's there for you. So you can use all the automation. And it's going to work, you know, any of these ship parts or ships themselves are going to work just like NPC stat blocks. So there's no difference between a ballista and a goblin. It's got hit points, it's got AC, whatever, and it's got its attack. So yeah, really cool. I love it.
I know, it's cool. And then the second part of the player module is the player options, character races, and new feats that you can take for your nautical pirate.
Oh, so all the full races are here with all their normal codings that they have. So if you drug it onto your character sheet, it would be just the same as any other races. So there's Merfolk, there's Sahuagin, boom. There is Sea Spawn. I like it. And there is Aldani. So there's 4 new races. And do any of the races have sub races, or are they all just regular races?
No, they don't. I don't think any of them had sub races.
Okay, maybe not. That's enough already anyway. That's awesome. And then yeah, how many new feats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Actually,
8.
I just told you a fib. The Sahuagin, or however you say that word.
Sahuagin, yeah.
They have 2 sub races.
Oh, they do. So the 2 main. Oh, you got to put the links in there. That's a mistake. There should be links there for the 2 sub races.
Well, there is in the if you pull up these. Oh no, there's not.
Yeah, it says choose one of these, and then there's no link. So you gotta Actually, I'll have to do that myself because the final copy's out. So now
How did I miss that?
I don't know how you missed it. Somebody would have told us anyway if we didn't show it on the show. But anyway, so those 2 sub races are
the Sea Devil,
the Valente and the Sea Devil.
Normal run of the mill Sahuagin, and then the Malenti, which is they look like sea elves, but they're actually Sahuagin.
Right. So all I'll have to do in the module is open this up, go like this, put this one in there like that, put this one in there like that, and I'll be done. But this isn't the creation copy, so that's not going to really do any good. But I'll do that later. I'll do that tonight after the show. As a matter of fact, let me just make a little note for myself, because we all know about Rob and his inability to... Drake is PMing me, or he sent me a thing on my phone. Did you fall asleep? I'm telling him Twitch is down, because the title of the show, if they go to the channel, the title of the show is Twitch is down, we're recording the show, we'll premiere it on YouTube. People don't read, they don't pay attention, they don't know what's going
Diablo
on.
Bob says, I was worried that Rob went to the hospital or something.
Yeah,
You did.
yeah, in my head I did. Now what was I was making a note about
Sahuagin sub races.
yeah, I love how every time you say that word it's a different pronunciation. It's Sahuagin. Yeah. It's not hard. Sahuagin.
Well,
Who?
in BDO,
Again.
the narrators pronounce it Sahuagin.
The narrators? What is happening? All right, what am I supposed to fix? Oh yeah, the Sahuagin sub races. Okay, I'll just write that down, and then no one will even know. The only reason anyone will ever know that was a mistake is because we're admitting it right here. But by the time anybody looks at it, it's gonna be fixed. All right. So then there were how many feats? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Not 13, 11 new feats. Excellent. All right, and that's just the player manual. That's not even, we haven't even started. Well, we did start, didn't we?
2 out of 5 appendices.
Right. So now the actual adventure has
5 chapters, the introduction, and then 4 more appendices.
Yeah. So the adventure itself is levels 1 through 12. The Crash, the Black Armada, Scouring the Seas, Pirate Kings and Kraken, and Ask Carl, I guess. And you can decide, Sean, if you want to show any of that for, spoiler alerts and stuff. But we can at least look at the appendices, random encounters, of which there are. Holy moly!
Well, I think the word is shitload.
Yeah, it's a shitload. And these are random encounter tables for every
coast, forest, grassland, hills and moors.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember what is the name of that. Not locate, environment. In every environment. And right. So if you want to do a C1, you open the table, you roll on the table, and it tells you, okay, you're gonna do Vadyani. And then here's an encounter. Boom. That's how you do it. Easy. And then creatures. These are all the new... Holy shit. These are... Zombie dragon turtle. Hello.
That's right.
Oh. Oh.
Where's shark?
Yeah, fucking A. Whoops, no, I don't want to click on that. That takes me to the Fantasy Grounds wiki. I hate when I click wrong buttons. Is there a Weir Shark? Let's look.
There is.
Here it is. Weir Shark. NPC Weir Shark. Let's look at the picture. Oh my god.
That's a badass picture, too.
That you don't want to be dancing next to that at the Super Bowl. Hashtag left shark joke.
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins. So there's a... yeah, what was it? Shit ton of monsters. Excellent. That's just one appendix. Magic items. Oh my god, look at all these magic items. Black ice. The black ice item. What does it do? A weapon made of black ice deals an extra 1d6 damage on a hit. Armor made of black ice confers resistance to cold damage. Any character in possession of an item forged by black ice make a DC Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the character develops an indefinite madness. Oh. And then you got to go to the madness table, and then you roll on it, and what happens?
Actually, that madness table is included in the module.
Oh, is that that's a different...
No,
oh, right,
there's so
yeah.
many references to the madness tables that I put them into the module.
Yeah, oh, perfect, yeah. Yeah, usually, that's what WotC does too. They say, refer to the Dungeon Masters guide, but if we have it, we can just link it in there. Boom. Super sweet. Magic items. Player handouts.
Staff.
So here's
Black staff is defined.
Is the black staff?
in
Let's
here.
look at it.
Like the one that the ruler of Waterdeep uses, you know?
Yeah. It's got a fucking shitload of spells. Holy Christ. Power Strike. Retributive Strike. Oh, man. Get the black staff, everyone. We just find it lying on the side of the road. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
A new figurine of wondrous power. It's a dolphin.
Oh, let's go look at that. Figurine. Wondrous power item. Dolphin. Boom. Dolphin.
They included the Piwafwi, which is the dark elf version of a Cloak of Elvenkind. And interestingly enough, there was 3 different spellings of the word Piwafwi in the module.
I can only imagine.
I used the one that I ran into so many times playing Dungeons and Dragons online.
Yeah, you're better off doing that. Let's see. So yes, I'm imagining these are the maps from Elven Tower. Yes, I've seen this one many times. This is awesome. This is the Sword Coast map as drawn by Elven Tower instead of Wizards of the Coast. What else?
That's just the player version of it.
Right.
If you look at the DM's version of it, it looks like a pincushion.
Let's see. Where is the DM's version of it? Oh, these are player handouts, duh. So that's going to be up here, right?
Towards the front. It says the Sword Coast up there.
Oh, right here. Holy moly! Yeah, this is the money, everybody. This is what you're paying for. Look at all the fucking work this took. This is...
That, Sean.
How many... I'm just going to guesstimate. Did you count these, Sean? Do you know the answer?
I do not.
Okay, I'm going to guess. So this right here is about 10. So 10, 20, 30, call that 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's over 100 pins on here, easy.
I can tell you that counting story entries, monsters, magic items, encounters, parcels, all that, there was 1,207 records in the module.
Yeah. Oh, here's a... Oh, no, that's me. I probably did that. New story. I'll have to check that, too. But it's actually not in the module. That's just me. I did that.
I was going to say, I don't think...
It's not... No, it's not there. Let's see. Yeah, so... Story entries only, there are nearly 700. Oh, see, all these ones here at the bottom those are inside the campaign I have open. See, only these are in the module, right? But
Actually, there are some that are in the that are in the module that are not strictly in the campaign. I didn't want them to show up in the reference manual. Those are the definitions for the encounters.
Oh, got it. Okay, so there's more. Yeah, so crazy. This is just jam-packed. So people are going to notice the price. It's $59.95, and that's a lot higher than normal, but it's the standard 50% add-on for DM's Guild over this price of the PDF, which his PDF was $40. So then this one ends up being $60. And yeah, that's a lot, but a lot of work goes into this, and look at what you get. You get a 1 through 12 adventure with all the automation. I mean, you guys know, if you're a Fantasy Grounds user, you know what's up, and you know how much work it is to make one of these. So, so good. Okay, oh yeah, let's look at, wait, where was I? Maps. Oh, no, yeah, player handout. Black Armada map. Oh. I said Armada. I don't know why it's Armada. Oh, I like it. Yeah, the translate that, bitch. I love it.
I actually have that font on my computer now.
That's funny. Same thing. Got to translate what it says. No spoilers. Oh, I guess they're not spoilers because they're. So what is that? Is that a Wonder Bra? What is this?
That's the gates to Askarl.
Oh, okay.
That the players find somewhere.
Cultist statues. Yeah, this looks really involved and sort of just cool as shit. Oh, and there's the alphabet cipher. Oh, so you can make the players decipher this shit. That's funnier than crap.
Yeah, or you can feed them little bits and pieces of the cipher if you want to.
Wonder
Give
Bra.
them a clue or whatever.
Wonder Bra, it's a Wonder Bra. Awesome. Okay, well, so now, did you want to show any of the adventure? Did you want me to peek in there and we'll just yell spoiler alert for people if they want to look away or whatever?
I would like to show the Askarl part because that was it's chapter 5. It's the majority of chapter 5, and it's the biggest part of the whole adventure. It's got this gigantic map, which is fantastic. I had to split this map up into 7 pieces.
Whoa.
If you go to Dungeons of Askarl, that's got the whole map.
Oh, this is that. Oh, I remember you showed me this. Oh my god, look at this map. Yeah. Holy shit. And this is a Dyson.
Originally, the main version of it, the original one I got was 6,200 pixels.
Yeah, because this is a Dyson logo map, obviously.
Yep.
And so it's very much akin to what you're getting now if you buy a Wizards of the Coast adventure, like the last 4 ones they did. But you split it up so that if the players go to each place,
go to, let's say, 1 to 16 desecrated catacombs. That's got the first piece.
Right. So then just this map is the player map with 1,000.
It's all pinned out.
All pinned out. All encounters. All encounters. Boom. There's the people right there. Go fight those fuckers. Do it.
And then you go to the undersea shrine, and that's the next part.
Rid of this. The undersea shrine.
Yeah.
Right?
And that trapped corridor in Area 17 is awesome. It's a trap it's designed and laid out sort of like the ones in, I think it's chapter 5 of the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, cool. Complex trap. Dangerous trap. Kraken arms and the Idol of Fear. I don't like it and I don't want to go there.
No doubt.
Fantasy Grounds note: the idol token is linked in the encounter above. Boom.
I do that throughout.
Yeah.
Every time I think there might be some kind of question about something.
This is really nice, Sean. This is really well done and really fantastic. I'm so proud to even be a part of what you did here. It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun to do it, I can tell you. Like I said, it made me really want to play this adventure.
Well, you know what? You would be a great DM because you know the whole goddamn thing. You could just You don't even really need to. You could just use it for reference because you pretty much know it, right? You've been through the whole thing. Oh, snap. Don't get caught in this. What happens? What happens when you get to the middle? Let's find out. This central dome is larger than any other complex. Pride of place in the area is a broad, deep pool filled with softly effervescing purple fluid. It's already bad. Covered with a glass dome. A cylindrical hole in the ceiling allows access to the cavern above. Oh, yeah. No, we don't like any of it. I don't want to go near it. I'm afraid already.
Yeah,
So
that's
speaking of
the
which,
elder
everybody,
brain chambers.
the elder brain chambers. Yeah. If you know the name of that before you go in, look, it has to have 89 locations. Oh my God! And that's just this chapter.
Yes.
Don't forget, there's 4 other chapters. Holy
Well,
Christ!
and that's not including the part that gets you into Askarl to begin with.
Right. Insane. Astral retreat. This is where you go
That's
to
kind of a little bonus thing at the very end.
the Mad
It's a
Mego brain
Gith-
cluster.
Well, it's actually a Gith Yankee outpost in the astral plane somewhere.
Nice. Speaking of which, we decided before the show that since we aren't able to broadcast this on Twitch today, we are going to give away. We thought of a way to give away a copy of this. So let's talk about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say a secret word, and then basically the reward is coming to the first person who watches this video and hears me say the secret word and then follows the instructions to get the prize. So you have to jump through a little bit of a hoop. But all you have to do is go to my Discord server, and I'll post the link to that in the video as well. And then when you come into the Discord server, just send me a private message with the secret word and say, hey, I saw the video, I want to claim the prize. And then after the first person claims the prize, which is of course is obviously a copy of this from the DM's Guild, I will come to the YouTube video and I will post it in the description of the video that the person's won, and I'll say who it was. And then that way, if you're watching the video, just look down in the comments right now, and if somebody's already won the prize, then it's too late. So I figure that's the best way we can do it, and also not have people go to the trouble of trying to claim it if somebody's already done it. So that's what we'll do. Now, we should all come up with a secret word. It can be Kraken. It can be
I think Kraken Society.
Kraken Society. Is that what we should say it is?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so Kraken Society, everybody. That's if you're watching the video on YouTube and you want to claim a copy of this from the DM's Guild, worth $60, obviously. Just PM me in my Discord, Rob Tui, and say I watched the video on YouTube. The secret phrase is Kraken Society. We won't ding you if you don't spell it right. And then I will respond to you, and I will tell you how you can claim your prize. And again, anybody that's watching the video, just look down in the description now, and if somebody's already won the prize, then, you know, we already gave it away. But if somebody hasn't, then come get it. That's how we do it.
And in the introduction, under Factions of Sword Coast, there's a Kraken Society section with a picture of their insignia.
Ah, here it is. The Kraken Society. So there you go. You do not have to take a screenshot and send it to me. You can just say Kraken Society.
That's a good idea for a future one, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got them all, doesn't it? Zentarum, Order of the Gauntlet. I think I put these in the screenshot on the DM's Guild. I think I lined them all up, and if I recall, I did that.
They're pretty nice little pictures of them.
Yeah, they are. I think these are all from Wizards of the Coast, unless they're original drawings. It might be, but the Kraken Society is obviously new, probably just for this module.
Now, if it tells you anything about this adventure, the Kraken itself is a servant of the main bad guy.
Oh my God. We won't look that up because we don't want to totally spoil it, but let's look up Kraken. If I can ever, I'm not used to this theory, or Lady Shell's new theme that she gave me. Kraken.
Just look up Slarkrathel.
Well, I don't want to show the main boss. I just want to show Kraken.
Oh.
So the challenge rating 23 is the servant of the main boss. Jesus Christ. Should we look up what's his name? Servithel?
Slarkrathel?
Markathel? How do you spell it?
He should be in there. Hold on.
How do you spell it?
Slarkrethen.
Okay. I just want to see his challenge rating. 25, yeah. He's worth 75,000 XP. Jesus.
And he has a nice, unique token.
Oh, this is a... Oh, let's look at his token. Yep. Well, here, I can't. Get it right here. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah. There it is. That face right there. Like that. Right, like that. Like that. Like that.
Notice anything weird about his head?
Yeah, his brain's bursting out of his head.
Yeah.
And these pinny ant wizards and fighters think they're going to take on this. Holy moly, I just am so excited about this. That's the... You know what? That calls from the deep, I think, is what happens. I'm pretty sure I can guess that. Nice. Okay. Good. Now, Leroon, I think you said you had some questions. Were they answered, or did you have more questions?
Most of them were answered. I did have a couple comments, though.
Yeah.
I did go back while you guys were looking at the module, and I did compare the notes from the new adventure that you're displaying here, the Call from the Deep, and from the Wizard of the Coast product, the Ghost of Saltmarsh, and they are quite different.
Yeah.
They do cover some of the same material, but the way it's laid out, some of the stuff they do cover are different. So if you buy that product, you're not buying a repeat. You're buying a completely different product, other than it does cover a few of the same aspects of ship material. But it's definitely worth the money.
Expands on it and sort of fleshes out what Wizard of the Coast did and makes it more intricate. Yeah, this is just super awesome. I want to see. Oh yeah.
There's one other part that I wanted to kind of highlight.
Sure.
I can't find it though. Where is it? There's a section where it talks about using kind of horrific components in the here it is. The page is called Unfathomable Horror, and it's in the section with the Driftwood Dock.
What chapter?
What I'm looking for. I did a search, and unfortunately searching the reference manual sometimes isn't all that.
Driftwood Docks, here I found it.
Okay, good.
And it's called what?
Unfathomable Horror.
Well, maybe that's not the way to find it. I just went to Driftwood Docks, and then I'm just going page by page after that, but it's not... Yeah, if you could tell me what chapter it is. I mean, well, hold on. Unfathomable... Is that something? There it is. Unfathomable Horror. I could have just searched for that. Duh.
05038.
Yeah, here we go.
It's got rules for sanity and how to use horrific elements and
sanity scores.
Being descriptive. Yeah. And when it can give you temporary or permanent madness.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly the same thing. Well, and even the cover of the module is very Lovecraftian. Yeah, exactly. And this JVC Perry, you guys, I worked with him on Monsters of the Guild, and I was on a podcast with him, and I've talked to him many times. And he's a British guy, young punk. He's like 23. He's a genius. Because he basically did this on his own. And and he has done many things before this, but he put this whole thing together, went out and commissioned the art, got an editor. Ken Carcass you'll see his name everywhere on the DMs Guild for editing things. He's like a professional editor, but he does a lot of people's, and he doesn't do it for free. But this guy not only put this together, and he did it all in InDesign, and I don't even know how to make those PDFs. I just do this website called whatever it's called, Home Brewery or whatever. It's easier. But he went out and I mean, got all these artists, commissioned all the photography art. He laid it out, and then he not only that, he play tested the crap out of it with a lot of different people, right? So he doesn't just throw anything together. This is like really a professional thing, and he's a pretty big name on the DMs Guild. If you search his name, he's done a lot of stuff. And it's funny because I emailed him and said, hey, do you want me to do that? And he goes, yeah, that'd be great. And I guess because we did Monsters of the Guild before, he thought that I'd been just doing this all along. And this is the first one of his that I actually did. He's so busy and, he's so focused as an artist, he didn't realize that I wasn't already just converting all this stuff. And then it was funny because he said, yeah, that'd be awesome. Go ahead and do it. And then like a week later, he PM'd me and said, do I get commission for this? And I'm like, yes, of course. It was just really funny. He was just wondering. He's just like, oh, by the way, do I get a piece of this? And I'm like, it's yours. Yeah, you get a lot of it. So like, he was just funny. But yep, this is all very exciting.
Check out some of the art. It's up in the introduction, attendance of Zelix 4. There's 4 items under that. Each one of them has its own picture. I think it's really cool how he makes such different. They're all mind flayers, but they're so different from each other.
That's from space. That guy's from space. This guy. This guy's the one that plays football on the weekends.
Yeah, he's like Conan the Mind Flayer.
Yeah. Oh, and this is the evil wizard one that has like these things going into his head. This is Diet Coke. This is beer. This one's vodka. This one over here is just regular water. This is Sprite, and then this one's a juice that we've never heard of before that has no name.
Mind Flayer juice.
Mind Flayer juice. Yeah, this is just really. I mean, there's so much here. It's just pretty unbelievable. And yes, I'm biased, right? I mean, I'm trying to sell it, but I mean, there's no denying it. It's just incredible. I mean, it's a giant thing. Oh wait, here's this. Don't forget. Oh, I went behind. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that Fantasy Grounds did that. I put it in the chat and it made this little whatever the hell that is there. And it disappeared. It ate my token. It totally ate my token. Oh, there it is again. But you can't drag it back out. That's funny. I've never seen that. That's funny. I've never also put a token in the chat. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Well, good. So we basically told people how they can win it. Or well, I shouldn't say people. I should say the fastest person that will be able to claim it. Any more questions from Leroon? And then Fury, did you have any questions?
No, but I know this is going to be on the DMs Guild, but how much?
Oh yeah, well, of course the link will be in the chat. Not the chat. How dare I? I don't know what I'm talking about. The link will be in the description of the video, obviously. But it is $59.99 for the Fantasy Grounds module. If you were interested in just getting the PDF, of course, you could click here and go to the PDF, which is $39.95. So the our version of the module is 50% more than the $39.95, and that, of course, again, is because Fantasy Grounds. There, yeah, I did line all those up. Fantasy Grounds automation and all the work that goes into it. Plus, people don't realize, like, there was one guy who said on the comments, "Hey, I think this is too high priced," and I explained that, number one, DM's Guild takes half. They take half off the top. Then the author, JVC Perry, gets half. So there's only so much left to cut up between the rest of the parties, which is basically me and Sean. And so then you pay something like $60, and we end up getting a smaller portion of that. And like I said, I mean, like any product that's made on the DMs Guild by me or anybody else, it's not for free. I mean, if you are complaining about the price, I understand, but Wizards of the Coast books are $50 and this one's $10 more, and guess what? It's got automation, it's got a lot of different things in it, plus it's bigger than most of their modules. I forget, I think you said that, Sean, that Mad Mage was bigger than that, but all the rest of them are smaller.
Yeah, I think the most common number is 258 for pages for.
Yeah, so this is slightly bigger than that. This is 270. So, I mean, but you got to really take a look at, as far as value, if you're able to buy this and run a campaign that takes you 6-9 months, a year, and have everything there for you, all the maps, all the automations, all the NPC stat blocks, all the new races and stuff that players can put on their character sheet, whatever, I mean, I could go on and on. Then, you just have to decide whether it's worth it or not. And we understand that if something is expensive and you can't afford to get it, we understand, we might not have you as a customer, but that's just the nature of the world. So, we hope that people will get this and enjoy it, but if they can't quite swing it, we understand. And that's why we try to give away prizes on show every week, and we're going to give away a copy of this to some lucky person who wants it. And hopefully, I secretly in my heart, I always hope that the prize winners are people that maybe don't have disposable cash, and they can get a nice thing and don't have to pay for it. That makes me happy to think that's the case. But a lot of the winners on our show are people that come every week, and they win 2 and 3 times, which is fine. Anyway, so here it is, and I'll put the link there. So any more questions from you guys?
I have one more comment.
Yes.
If you really know your lore in the realms, this particular module ties in with a whole bunch of other lore out there. So if you're running Waterdeep, or even Baldur's Gate that's coming up, or even further back, this society is kind of embedded into a lot of those different settings. So if you know your lore very well, this kind of ties a lot of stuff together.
Well, I see your comment there, and you mentioned Slarkathel, which he's in the module, and the Purple Rocks are in the module, and Askarl is in the module.
Yeah. So for those lore-minded people, there's going to be a lot of fantastic stuff for you here as well. So everybody basically who's the opposite of me will love this. But I love it because of all go ahead. I'm sorry, Fury. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
and you.
I'm not a lore person.
Fury and I are total murder hobos, but we love a good map. We love a good NPC stat block. We love a good challenge in combat.
I like a decent challenge. I don't want to be guessing like riddles and puzzles and Indiana Temple of Doom kind of crap. No, just make it straightforward.
Well, there's, I'm sure, a lot of that ready to go in here.
Yeah, for the
you're staring down the barrel of the Kraken. Deal with it. All right, cool. Well, good. Walking Dude. The Walking Dude is Sean Sides, everybody. That's his real name, Sean Sides, right there. Any final things you'd like to say about this module to further entice people to at least check it out?
Well, if you are an enthusiast of nautical adventure, it's got that. If you like pirates, it's got that. If you like the elements of horror or Lovecraftian myth, it's got that. So just about, I mean, it hits all the buttons for me. And I've played many different kinds of RPGs over the last almost 40 years, like you have, Rob.
Yeah.
So I think it's got a little something for everybody. You can do mass combat, you can do ship-to-ship combat, you can do so many different things. It's got neat Like one of the bosses has a floating fortress, which I thought was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just so many different cool things that JVC Perry stuck in there. And watch before too long for the Book of Dragons Volume 2, right?
Oh, snap! That's coming too, yeah. I don't know. Some person's working on that. I'm not sure what his name is. Some guy. We like him. All right, well, very good. I think we'll go ahead and end the show. Show's a little shorter, obviously, because we didn't have the audience interaction, and normally when we do it on Twitch, people have questions and stuff like that. And, you know, we didn't have any control over Twitch being broken, but we did want to film the show because our schedule's so full that we if we wanted to do this live, we would have had to delay it by like 5 or 6 weeks, and there's no way that we want to do that. You know, we want to get it out so everybody can see it. So, any final words from anybody before we close it out?
No. Well, I mean, not for me at least, but I do hope that, you know, whoever does play this is going to stream it so we can all watch it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe Walking Dude will do it one day. Any other final words from either of you two gentlemen?
No, I think I've covered everything I had.
All right, very good. Sounds good. Well, thanks for watching.
Having me on, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody on YouTube, and don't forget to claim the the prize by the secret phrase if you are wanting to do that, or if it hasn't already been claimed. If you don't see it in the comments, that means it could be you. So
also remember to do the secret phrase through PM on Discord, not leaving a comment on YouTube.
Right. I'll maybe put that in the description of the video. Like, there's a secret phrase in here. Go and find it and win. And please do not comment on the video and ruin it for everybody.
Somebody will.
Yeah, somebody will. Whatever, that's fine. All right. So thanks, everybody. And we'll see you next week on Twitch. Hopefully when everything's back to normal. And until then, good gaming, everyone.